Hey guys, welcome back to the Pop channel. For this week's deck profile, we're going to talk about this guy, and what we're going to do is, for those people who has been looking at my channel, those subscribers, you know that a couple weeks ago I went to a local tourney and I did pretty good with this leader when I brought it in. The problem I had with that deck was that it was kind of slow. There was no big play on turn 3, there was no big play on turn 4. Everything starts at turn 5, but before that there's so many cards to defend yourself and get yourself to there. For those, so I went back to the drawing board because I really like what the leader presents. I think it has so much heater potential, so I went back to the drawing board and I designed something like this. To add in more aggro cards inside and add in a lot of cards that I think a lot of people will be surprised that you'll be playing. Really excited to bring you this one, guys, so stay tuned after the short intro. About the cards, so let's talk about the leader first, right? So on his unawakened side, it's pretty generic. So we're talking about Trunks. When he attacks a leader card, you get to draw a card, and then when you are down to 4 life, you switch it over and you get 2 of your active mode energy to active mode. That is the preferred ability to have. Actually, sometimes I pick a leader just because he has that ability. That's that. When this on his awakened side, when this card attacks, draw 1 card, and also at the end of your turn, if all your energy is blue, so never place a energy that's not blue with this deck, you get to switch 1 of your energy to active mode, and you get to pick 1 of your battle card with energy 3 or more and add it and switch it back to active mode. So with this deck, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna abuse the whole idea of it and make it very, very painful for your opponents. So some of the decks, some of the cards, as you can see here, a lot of cards here that I think you don't really see it in the tourney, so I will take some time to talk about those cards, right? So Supreme Kite of Time, this is one of the promos that we have with the new set 4 for 3 Overwhelm energy. When you play this card using Overwhelm, if your leader card is red or blue, you get to choose your leader and it gains 5,000 for the duration of the turn. This is especially good with this deck. I will tell you why. The reason why, it's because what we want to do here is to stay alive. So for example, I tried to keep myself in turn 1 and turn 2 not to take any damage at all. So that's actually very funny, and there are ways for you to not take damage with this deck. It is possible not to take damage in 1 or 2 turns to have 8 energy, to have 8 life by turn 3. So when you want to hit, most of the time your opponent might have been already awakened. So with this particular card, you could make your leader to 15. You get to draw a card, you get to swing with 15, you get to swing again with 15. So this is a really good card in this meta, in this deck, and it helps you to make your hands, keep your hand size up. Alright, we're gonna play 2 copies of Dimensional Banisher Fool. The reason why, it's because, as you can see over here, there is no cards to pop except for this guy. So what we want to do is to play this card just to pop some very annoying cards on the table that we need it to be destroyed. So we play 1 Flute. So if your leader is blue, choose up to 1 of your battle card with energy 3 or less and return it to your hands. The target is this guy. So when someone swings at you, you tap, bring this guy out. Next turn, put it back into your hand so that you keep your hand size up. You get to draw 1 card, and then you can use him again to bring him out on the board. This is really annoying for your opponent if you keep on doing that. Unfortunately or fortunately, they restrict it to 1, so that's that. We play 4 copies of Negates, 4 copies of Sensu Beans, and 4 copies of this Gotenks. The reason why, it's because when one of you, it's a blocker and it's searchable with this card. So I'll tell you more later. So we play 4 copies of the super combos, 4 copies of Unyielding Trunks. During your turn, when you combo with this card, if your leader card is blue, you got to choose 1 of your energy, switch it back to active mode. This is not there to use for extended play. This is there for you to untap your energy so that you can defend yourself. So for example, if you have 4 energy and you need to play something like that for 4 energy, of course this untaps 1. You can swing with the card, use him to combo, untap the 1 energy that you need so that you could play your defensive play later. Alright, so we play 2 copies of Mafuba. Mafuba is there only if you're playing with guys that has barrier that you need to take out. So this guy can't take him out, this guy can't take him out. When he swings, use Mafuba to take him out completely, just for 2 turns. But that 2 turns is all you need to stay alive. Alright, Raging Spirit, some Gohan, the freehand, one of the best cards that you're gonna have. At the end of the battle, after you combo with this card from your hand, if your leader card is blue, play this card in rest mode. Alright, this is the spice right here. Okay, so barrier for 3 energy. When this card attacks a leader card, if your opponent chooses 1 card from their hands and place it on top of their deck. This is very, very annoying, especially combined with this guy's skills, because what you want to do is, when you awaken him, what you want to do is you play sneak attack, swing, and then your opponent has to drop 1 card back into the top of their deck so that they don't get this fresh draw. Especially if you're fishing for cards, this card is gonna kill them. And after that, what you want to do is to, at the end of the turn, untap him, and he has barrier. Good luck killing something like that. So this is an extremely annoying card, especially combined with this leader. It gets extremely annoying for your opponent to take care of. This is a great combo with this 2, especially because when these 2 are on the board, right, you don't need to untap this guy. So this is Vegito. If you have not know what he does, good for you. That means you have to deal with him. He has barrier if it's on rest mode, and your leader has to be blue. Of course, when you play this card, if you have 5 or more energy, draw 1 card. Your opponent cannot attack your leader card when he is in rest mode on your board. So your opponent has to take him out no matter what. So this is a really great card for just to be there for the control game, right? So at turn 5, you play him, draw 1 card, swing with him. At the end of the turn, untap him and leave him there so that you could sensu bean him and he gets into 25 territory, which is extremely difficult to do it. I would tell you, so for example, when your opponent swings at him and then you go to 25, your opponent wants to take him out will commit a lot of cards. So once the whole idea here is not to stay alive. Trust me, in my playtesting or the way that I play, I really recommend this particular thought when you are playing with Vegito, right? So your Vegito is there for hand destruction. This is to kill your opponent. So when your opponent commits a lot of cards to take him out, like 3 super combos, 4 super combos, 4 it's too much, but 3 super combos and then several cards just to take him out, let him die. The reason is so that because your opponent has already committed so much resources, you're gonna have the next one anyways. So if you have another one, so the next turn, bring him out, draw 1 more card, and swing with him. So your opponent has to go through this over and over again before he can hit your leader every single turn. The whole idea here is to let your opponent kill himself. That's what you kind of want to do. Alright? At all costs, Vegeta. This is there for the end game option, for the surprise factor, and also if your opponent tries to stall you for a very long time, they will regret it if they want to deal with this guy. So when you play this card, draw 1 card and choose 1 of your energy and switch it to active mode. So technically this is a 3, but you need to play at turn 4. You get 1 card draw, and then you get to switch 1 of your energy to active mode. Once per turn, choose 2 cards in your life and add it to your hand. So you pick 2, put it. It's not up to 2. It's mandatory 2 cards. This card gains 3,000 for the duration of a turn for each energy you have. And if you have 5 or more energy, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle card and KO it, and this card gains triple strike for the duration of a turn. So by turn 4, if your opponent has not the ability to awaken you and you are at 6 life, play him at 4 energy, take that two cards in your hands, untap 1 energy because this guy is at 4, right? And then you untap 2 energy, swing with him. Now you have 3 energies free, play him, swing. At the end of the turn, you could use 1 to untap, and at the end of the turn, switch him and 1 more energy to active mode. So you end the turn with 2 energies, and then you get to have this guy in active mode and this guy in rested mode. So your opponent will try to take care of this guy. You really don't need him on the board anymore. Or at the end of the turn, if you have 3 energy or 3 life, bring him out and finish the game with triple strike. This guy, it's one of the spies in the deck. So Raging Energy Blast, Go Tanks. You go like, why are you playing this card? So for 4 energy, he is a critical card. He swings at critical. Place this card in the drop area, activate main. Choose up to 1 Sun Go Tanks. Boop. And then you choose up to 1 Unyielding Trunks. So this is your target. And from your deck and add them to your hands. Then choose up to 2 of your energy and switch it to active, then shuffle your deck. This is a very good turn 4 play if you can awaken. So at turn 4, if you are already ready to awaken, play him, swing, then sack him, untap 2, take 1 Gold Tanks, 1 Unyielding Trunks to your hand, awaken, untap 2, you get back your full 4 energy, tap 1, play him, tap 3, play him, swing with him, then at the end of the turn, untap him and untap 1 energy with him. So this is how you want to play the deck. And also Unbreakable Super Saiyan Son Goku, this is the extra super combos over here. So again, what you want to do here is energy manipulation. So first, turn 1, turn 2, you want to keep your energy up so that you defend. So take your life properly. So for example, if you need things like you want to take a card, what you want to do is awaken at turn 3 or turn 4. That is what you want to do. Okay, so use this and this just to keep yourself alive. This is what you want to have in your opening hands. With the draw power of this deck, you will get the rest of the cards in your hands. Trust me, that is never an issue. So at turn 3 or 4, play this guy and continue to harass them. Then awe-inspiring Vegito just comes out and make them waste cards to eventually amount to something that's killing themselves. And if you have 1 energy left, or you could swing, then you untap 1 energy, play him, and pop one of their blockers or annoying things that you don't want to deal with on the board. Swing with him, double strike, combo your hands just to finish the game. So keep your hands high, and then this deck would definitely work for you. So I really love this deck. I hope you like it too. Any questions, please feel free to comment there. Any feedback and improvement points, also put it in the comment. I would appreciate any likes to this video. And yep, so that's the deck profile for this week. Have fun and stay tuned. Ciao, bye.